Two St. Louis police officers are in the hospital. One is battling life-threatening injuries. Good evening. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. One of the suspects involved is dead. Two others are in police custody. A gun battle broke out in Ferguson on West Florissant near Northwind's Estates Drive. The officers were trying to stop an SUV believed to be involved in another deadly shooting just 12 hours before. We have live team coverage tonight. Our Pepper Baker has reaction from fellow police officers. Let's begin with our Robert Townsend, who's live outside Barnes Jewish Hospital with the latest on the officers' conditions and the investigation. Robert.
Mike, both officers are still at this hospital. Now, the chief says initially one arrived with life-threatening injuries. The other, he says, suffered a less severe injuries. As you just mentioned, both were shot on the job this afternoon in North County. It was a dangerous day for several St. Louis police officers. Chief John Hayden says two city officers were in full uniform in a marked police car when they spotted a vehicle believed to be involved in a homicide Tuesday night. The officers first followed the white Toyota 4Runner to West Florissant and Riverview and attempted to pull it over, but police say the suspects failed to stop. The police pursued, then headed into this Ferguson neighborhood.
They continued to follow, and they ended up somewhere in the area of West Florissant and Canfield.
Chief Hayden says several men were in the vehicle.
When they were approaching the car that had the occupants in it, the suspects opened fire on our officers.
Police say the suspects hopped out of the car and ran. Investigators say when the St. Louis officers got out of their car, at least one suspect fired at them. A St. Louis police officer was shot in his abdomen. The other suffered a gunshot wound to his leg. A third city police officer returned fire and struck the shooter. He later died at a hospital.
Oh, it was chaotic. It was like a movie scene. Like, this is not something I've ever seen.
Investigators say the officer shot in his leg is 28 years old. The other police officer struck in his abdomen is 25 years old. Late this afternoon, a glimmer of hope from doctors.
And so we are encouraged by that.
Encouraged after hearing his more seriously injured officer survived surgery.
By no stretch of the imagination is he out of danger, but they wanted us to know that he was doing better.
Now, investigators say the officer who was shot in his abdomen has been with the St. Louis Police Department for 3.5 years. The other officer on the force for 2.5 years. Now, investigators also say they recovered a long gun and a pistol at that scene. Tonight, those three other suspects sit in jail. We're live in Central West End. I'm Robert Townsend. 5 on your side.
And 5 on your side has learned the SUV the officers were pursuing today was involved in a deadly shooting early this morning outside a North City bar. That shooting happened early outside Diana's Royal Palace on Natural Bridge. Multiple police sources tell us the man shot and killed there was part of the group involved today. The shooting happened as they were trying to rob another group of men. Another man was injured in the shooting.